Hey everybody, thanks for joining me on my beautiful beaded journey. I'm Willow, and let me show you what is going on. So I have some beautiful bracelets that I made in 2010. This was my introduction into beaded jewelry making, and I only done it that one time. And I created these bracelets. Now if you notice, the beads are Mod Podge. They don't match, and there is no set pattern for this. There is a reason for that. And you can tell the elastic stretched out. It's literally ready to break. And it's because this was my introduction. I bought a bunch of beads and broken jewelry at the Valley Thrift Store in Ohio and at some flea markets and yard sales, just different things. And I made some bracelets one year. I made them for Christmas. Made some for myself, and I made some for family members, and I made some for friends. And since it was just putting them on elastic and tying it, I could do that. Now, like this does have a pattern, even though these beads are different, there's a little black bead in between each one. So that was the pattern on this. This one here, there's two black beads in between the two big beads with a little bead in the center, a different color bead each time. See that? So that's how I did it all the way around. This one, I used 5 black beads. Then one, then well, I think there's a pattern here. 1, 2, I don't know. Maybe there's not. Maybe it's just however they form. But still, I liked it. And this one here too. This one had none whatsoever. This one had one every other one. So did this one. Now, I already took this one and I put it on a lobster claw. But the thing about it is I don't like the lobster claw. And then I ran into a thing here where this has a wire protruding. And so I've got to correct that. So let us get started with this. Is that, can I reopen that or what? I'm going to try. Let's see. And this one looks like it has a little bit of an opening where that wire is. I'm afraid it might be locked and I won't be able to open it. Maybe. So, I want to open this. Is it going to let me? I don't know. I'm going to try. Ooh, wee, that does have a wire sticking out. I thought I cut it close enough, but apparently I did not. Well, looks like it might be hard to get to. Okay, we got it. Let's close this back around. Okay. Lock it. Perfect. All right, let's try this. I'll explain to you in just a moment what I'm doing. I want to get this on here. And I'm not worried about big expectations out of these because these are for no one else but myself. And I'm going to be happy to have them back. I used to love to wear these in Ohio with my jeans. I wore them with jeans and boots. They look so good with a pair of jeans and a boot. My boots. Let's see now. Awesome. Ooh, I knew it would make it a little bit too big. Taking it from elastic to this. But it's okay because when I do another one, I can line it through. So I just got to make sure, how much does this measure out? Holy cannoli. Yeah, that's way beyond what I'm supposed to. But I'm not taking it apart. I like it. So I'm going to do the next one. Let me show you how I did this. So I just simply took the wire. What about this one? If I pull that wire. So see, this fits me right. But when I put on the thing, it's going to be an inch. So I think this one will stay off. No, that is not turned. That is the way that one's made. So see, yeah, this is stone. This is we got some glass and acrylic. Um, and we even got a plastic one on here. Just different ones, but I don't care because, yeah, you can see where I've tied this a few times because it kept stretching and stretching, and now it's on a point it's going to break. So I do want to remake this, but I think I might have to leave that purple one off, or do I want to leave this purple one off? I think this one, because I like that one. So I'm going to start from here. See, that's a big bead there. So I'm not breaking that elastic yet until I take this all the way through. You're hearing helicopters in the background. I don't know why. I think they launched something from Cape Canaveral or something like that this morning. And when they did, people was talking about they heard a big boom. Well, what can I say? I did not hear it. But I was in the kitchen chopping up celery. Not celery, we call it, yeah, well, celery and carrots and potatoes and cabbage to put in a crock pot for dinner tonight. Making cabbage stew with ham and onions, some salt and pepper. It was going to be so good. And chicken broth. Let all that mingle down and let it cook. And let it cook until your potatoes start literally pureeing themselves. Pureeing? Yeah, you know what I mean. Puree. And then it mixes in with the juices and it forms like a stew. And that's why it's called cabbage stew. And it is so good. Really is so good. Remember how I didn't care too much for glitter beads? Look, I put one on here. Now, like I told you, I made these in 20. That's the one I want to skip. I don't want that one. I made these in 2010, right before my daughter got married. My youngest daughter. Can't use that. Right before my youngest daughter got married. My son was 11. And he's now 26. And I was still married to my first husband, whom I had been married to for 26 years. Then I met my new husband in 2012, and we got married in 2014. So I made these just as I took over the management of a new park. Yeah. And I didn't have a lot of money to go out and buy fancy beads and stuff like that. Literally, I didn't. So I wanted to try to make myself some bracelets. And so I went to, what it was is I was at the Valley thrift store and I came across some beads in a bag, and they were, a couple dollars for all those beads. And there was some elastic in with it. Well, I really wasn't a jewelry maker. So I bought them and thought, I'll make myself some pretty bracelets. And then I went to a yard sale and found a couple of pieces of broken jewelry that had some cool beads on it. So I took those and cut them down and just took the beads I like from them. And I created, and of course it was on elastic because that's all I knew how to do then. I created, I want to make sure it's cut down. I don't want another one sticking up. I created some bracelets for myself, and then I created some for friends and family for Christmas. If you was a female and I knew you, you was getting a handmade bracelet for Christmas. You were just getting one. Didn't matter if we plan on exchanging gifts or not. You were getting one. Point blank. You were getting one. And I did that. And I kept the first ones I made for myself, which are the ones that you see now. And I can pull this out. Ugh, nasty. Now, how big is this? Let me see before I tie that. Okay, see, it needs to go to there, to there. So I'm wondering, it's going to be okay because you'll still have the majority. I'm going to take this big one off. And then I have these two little ones. Oh, look. No, it just goes right to that end, so I should be okay with this. I think that needs to go there. I'm going to take the red off and leave that round one like this. So now it's going to go into another bead next. There, I'll do it like that. So, I just picked beads and strung them. They was all mixed together. And I think these were kind of like different. I think they were all the seed beads were mixed together and all these other beads were kind of like mixed together. And I just strung beads. Like I got glass ones on here. Look, that has an evil eye. And then it has some acrylic and has another glass. And these are glass. So it was just the Mosh Pods of beads. And that's kind of like what everyone got. I mean, that's what everyone got. Just whatever beads went on their bracelet is what they got. And I made like 2 a piece. And they liked them. And they told me they liked them. But I ran out of beads. Or I had just a few left and I didn't pick up anymore. Then when it moved forward and we separated, I just kind of like didn't take them. I just let them go. I just let what little bit was remaining go. Actually, I think I gave them on to my daughter because there wasn't many left. And she wanted to make some. Oh, I did put that on there. So I gave them to her. Talking and not paying attention. That is a deadly combination. Then I really went into jewelry making after that. I just like, Done a little bit of wire wrapping, but the only wire wrapping I did was for crystals I wanted to wear or for other people to wear. That was it. Didn't get into the fashion, fancy wire wrapping, and I'm not interested in doing that now as much as I am beading. I like to bead. I think the beads are colorful and they're pretty. And it's a form of healing all in itself. And that's why I do it. I want to see if that's going to move. That's going to move. No, sir, it is not. Right, I need to clip that. So these bracelets that I'm redoing today are literally 20 years old. See, 2010 to 2020 is like 10 years. and now we're going in to add 5. So it's like 15 years. And Donna and I was together from 2012 to August of 2024. That's 12 years. And we'll be married 11 years. We've been together 12. We'll be married 11 in March. Okay, I got it. So these bracelets are literally like 15 years old. And I don't want to lose them. Like I said, I know people can go to Walmart and buy jewelry. They buy fashion jewelry and they wear it for a short season and they get tired of it, or they break it and it gets cast off, tangled up, thrown away. But that's not what I want for my pieces. I want my pieces to endure and be adored and enjoyed. And that's what I'm doing. That's the reason why I'm taking these, because I did wear them. They were my first to really getting in. And that's the reason why I want to create them. I want to make them, create them, and keep them. And that is what I'm doing. And I think they'll last longer on bead wire. Oh, wait. You think I might need a jumper ring on that end? You think? Maybe. This one. Let's see. So now this is 2 I've made. And I know this one will fit me better than the other one, but let me show you a little trick. So when I put these on, take this one through. And then when you hook it, look, and this one won't come off. And it actually gives you a stacked look, a layer look. Very pretty. Very pretty indeed. So, yeah. And here's what we got so far. And we've got like 3 more to do. So, ooh, I like this one. I like the greens. I think I'm going to do this one next. If you're hanging with me, thank you. I'm glad that you're here. If you're not and you needed to go, that's okay. I understand. Look at that bead. It's broken like that. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to leave it. I think it's pretty. If it makes the bracelet too big, that will be the one I'll have to take off. And I'm not going to do this way with my left hand. I got to turn it. So I don't want to cut it yet, because I want to keep the beads in the same order. I know. Get in there. Because that's how I created it. And so I'm just sliding a wire along, going through each one of the beads. You know, I wouldn't create these this way now. I have a totally different way that I do it. You know, I'm more design savvy and learn new skills, and I have better beads. But I don't care, because these is when I really first started liking beading, creating jewelry with beads. But it was only here recently, about maybe October, maybe September, but more into October that I really started falling in love with making beads. There was something going on. I can't remember what, and I was just going through a really, I don't want to say, I'm not depressed, but I was going through just feeling depressed. And, kind of like wanting something different, but not knowing what. That I came across some broken pieces. I had bought some vintage jewelry from my store, and I came across some broken pieces, and I was about ready just to bag them all up and sell them as a lot. And then, because who doesn't? Any magical person needs a bead here and there. But then I stopped, and I decided, now I would make earrings for special occasion or something like that, but it was very minimal, anything I done. Um, and then I stopped, and I decided I like those beads and I wanted to do something with them. So I sat down to make me a bracelet and some earrings with them, and I found out I really enjoyed it. So then some beads was given to me, and I sat and I picked out all the pretty sparklies. That's what sparklies like this. I love these kind of sparklies, and I picked out all these little beady sparklings, and I call them my radical bead mix. And I love to sit through that and try to match up earrings and match up beads to make earrings with and other stuff like that. You've seen, there's videos on here of me doing that, and I'll do it again. And people probably won't watch them videos, but if you do, thank you. If you don't, I understand. You know, blessings to you any way it goes. I do not get upset, believe me. That does not upset me. Because it just may not be your cup of tea. Okay. And doing that, that was it. That's what bit me. And there's 4.5 hours of that taped over on my other station, on my other channel, my magical channel. 4.5 hours, because that was a Friday afternoon, a Friday. I had nothing to do. What was supposed to be going on that day got canceled. So literally there was nothing for me to do. And so I thought, all right, I'm going to start organizing some of the stuff I had piling up out here on the lanai. And when I picked up that container and those beads sparkled in that sunlight, hand cramp, it was like, oh, it was like heaven opened up and the angels went, oh. And wow, I sat down and I picked out all those beautiful shiny sparkling beads, and then I wanted to do something with them. And that's where the challenge began. And I found out that whole day passed so quickly, and there was 4.5 hours of it. I couldn't believe it. My phone was set on 30 minutes because I would do 30-minute videos for my other station, which most of the time was like 10 to 15 minutes. But it was set for 30 minutes, and it would just keep clicking over after 30 minutes. Now it's set for 60, and sometimes I'll just go on through to up to an hour and something. I just let it play. I don't care. If I got to put on there part 1, part 2, part 3, I will. Like I said, this channel originally is to document this beautiful journey. And I'll tell you the reason why is because during those 4.5 hours, I found peace. I found mindfulness. I found myself being calm. No worries. I found that things that I did worry about, I wasn't worrying about, I started releasing. In other words, my friends, I started healing. And now, that's what this journey is. And that's the reason why I wanted to document it. And I find I am more at peace with myself. Things don't get to me so quickly. And that is a great place to be. Now I'm cutting the elastic, not the wire. And I gotta go in here and find that nasty elastic and pull it out. Where is it? Ew. It's 15-year-old. Look how thin that is. Jeez. Come on out there. Where are you? Oh, there's the all yellow and thin. No stretch left in it. Look at that. Very little. Yeah, see? Yeah, I'm not trusting it. I was afraid of losing my bracelets, and I don't want to lose them. Here's the next one. Look at us. Now, see? Oh, wow. So much. I need to take this down, and I have to take it down to there. So that's going to leave some beads over, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm good with that. So I'm going to clip you right there. And where is this? Are you this? You're closed, Wood. You're closed up. Right? They're not heavy. Oh, wow. You know what? I haven't seen my yard in a couple of days. I didn't see them yesterday, and I haven't seen them yet today, but the day before, they were here. I have not seen the crows at all. Not at all. Well, I hope they return. I do. I hope other birds return too. I have other little birds of all kinds. Oh, guess what just came in my yard? 2 big crows. 3 big crows. Oh, 4 big crows. That's a murder. He's just banging and banging. But you know what we did the other day? We had some walnuts that we had bought, and they were unsalted, unroasted, and nasty, plain. Yuck. I'm sorry, I like mine. Yeah. Anyhow, we didn't eat them. They just sat there and sat there. So I came out here in the backyard, and I took like half that bag and just slung them all over the backyard. And then, ta-da, there they were. 1, 2, 3. Looks like one went away. There's always 4. Yep, that's what it is. They're getting the nuts I threw all over the yard. I just seen that crow pick up that big walnut. Well, I'm happy. I'm happy that they got them. And I still have a little bit in there that I'll give to them another time. And I don't eat the crust on bread. And I know people says that, oh no, don't give that to birds. It can hurt birds. Well, what I read online, it's mixed reviews. But where I come from, you don't waste. So if the birds can eat it, they can eat it. But then I found this little squirrel come down and grab some of the crumbs and run off with it. He's all by himself. I haven't seen no other squirrels around here. And I thought, well, blessed be. You sure can have them, my friend. And I'll put more out there for you to have, too. And so I did. And so I do. So, anyone comes out and they want to leave rude comments, guess what? I will just delete them. I will. Because I'd rather see some creature get them. I mean, I even watched a cat grab a piece and ran off. Even though, if it's really cold, and I'm in Florida, so it takes a lot for it to be cold because there's so many mice and stuff around here. The cat around here, the wild cat around here, the feral cat that won't let no one near her. And if you try to get near her, she'll try to scratch the crap out of you. She is not skinny. She is fat. And I have seen her trotting through my yard, proud as she can be, head held high. She is an aristocrat, or an aristocat for sure. With a mouse in her mouth. Ugh. But when it gets cold, we will put little bits of food out there for her. But she grabbed that bread, and I wonder, why is that cat grabbing that bread? It's not cold. Why is she? That dawned on me. It had a little bit of peanut butter on it. That dawned on me. It had peanut butter. So here's these 3 so far. And I am so happy to see these coming back together. And then we have 2 more to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do these 2. If you want to jump off, that's fine. But I've only got 2 out of 5. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do these up real fast. Let me make sure I'm still in focus. I'm scooching up, aren't I? There. So I'm going to go ahead and do these up real fast. I have you on here with me. Like this one. I don't know what the reason aligned to this one is. I don't know if there is a pattern. Because this one has like 4, 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 2. So I don't know if there's a pattern. But I'm going to go ahead and try to, I'm going to start here. Yeah, so I'm going to start here and go through here and see. You might hear voices. That's from my family talking in the kitchen. And I apologize for that. So there we go. Let me pull that. And go through here. And I'm going to see if I can get this to go up through here. There we go. Now I'm back on track. Use our kink. I can't have no kink. Yep. So now I'm going to come on around. I'm going to go in and close off that door. So hold on just a second for me, will you please? Just hold on. I'll be right back. Thank you for waiting for me. So I went in and I closed that door off. They didn't realize it was open, and I didn't either when I came out. And then I went over and I stirred the cabbage stew that I've got in the crock pot out here. I know I'm funny. I put a cabbage stew on this morning in the crock pot, and it's outside here on the lanai because I have a table out here. And yeah, and I got my crock pot sitting on that table over there, and I plug it in. And while I'm out here working on this and other things, yeah, I just let it cook. And you can smell it all over. You can. My poor dog, he was going crazy because he started smelling the ham in it. Cooking. I'm going to make some corn muffins to go with it. That sounds so good. Yum. So good. You hear them? That's my beautiful crows. And then I have a little bitty bird. These little bitty birds, I think, that are trying to So the wind came through here the other day and it was really wild, and it caught a side awning and tore it loose. So we fastened it down with some cable. I don't know what those things are called. Those plastic strips you can take through and pull tight. The name eludes me. They'll come to me 5 minutes when I'm off here. Cable ties, maybe. Zip ties. Zip ties. We use those to fasten it down. But I need to turn it into the management company so they know. So I'll do that after I'm done making videos today. Okay. But it is so pretty. It is only in maybe, I think it says like 58 right now, 57 here in Florida. But I'm bundled up. And I'm originally an Ohioan, so if you can feel a little bit nipped, but it's not. It's very much doable right now. But the other day, oh, there was no sun. There was wicked, wicked wind. Yeah, it's cold. And I said, I'm not going out there and doing any videos in that. And I didn't. Come on now. Thank you kindly. That's perfect. I'll give you a tug. And I'll give you a squitch. Does this do? Didn't do much of nothing for me. Now we'll take this up. Just like turn around. Perfect. Now let's lock it. And it locked. Perfect. Now we'll pull this down. I'll cut this right here. Perfect. Now we'll cut that nasty. Ooh, be careful. Right here. Cut it right here. Do you know what would have happened if I would have went in there and cut it that the way I thought to do it? I would have cutted the wire instead of just this nasty plastic. Ew. It broke. That thing is literally just crumbling, coming apart. Ugh. Now, how long are you? Are you serious? Wow. Wow, indeed. So I'm going to take this off here. And I want to put this small one on with these two little ones. I'm actually taking some of my beads off. But I need to keep it to where it will fit me. I still love it too big. So I'm taking these. You. Trying to keep it close to the original as I can. Now let's try it. Yep, right there. We'll keep it right there. I guess the rest will go into a bead mix, huh? Bead soup. Radical bead soup. They aren't sparkly enough to go into my favorite soup mix. Oh, those real tiny, tiny beads. I mean, they are tiny, tiny beads, but I love them. And I keep them separate in a microfiber cloth so they don't get scarfed up. Come on. Oh, listen at him now. He's wanting out. He's barking. I wonder if you can hear him. I hope you can. Tease him to see if I can get him to bark. Oh, he's going and barking for... I shook my head for him to let him out. He's just looking. He wants out here with Mama so bad. What's the matter, Ty? You wanting to come out? You wanting to come out? He's looking. Like, why are you doing this? Well, when I backed out a second ago and I went to close off those doors, I tried to get him, yes, perfect, to come on out here, and he didn't want to because they were in there fixing sandwiches. And now they're done fixing their sandwiches. And now he wants out here, but I'm too busy. So unless Papa opens that door and lets him out, I digress. He's walking off towards his bed. It's probably best nap time. Yes, I like that. Okay, let's put it together. I can't remember if there was reason or rhyme on how these beads was put on there. It's been too long ago, and I don't care. Because, like I said, I love these bracelets. I wore them for years. And as they would stretch out, look, as these would stretch out, I would tie another knot. See that? It stretched out the first time, tie another knot. But now there's nothing left. And I was afraid of losing them, so I put them away. Kept saying I'm going to redo them, but guess what? Years passed. I haven't worn these, I know, in about 7 years. I found them in a box. I have a little drawer in my dresser. It's not but bracelets. Stone bracelets, all kinds of just bracelets, because I love them. But I didn't make all those. I honestly didn't. They're like gemstone bracelets, a stretchy gemstone. Amethyst, rose quartz, green aventurine, malachite, but probably not real malachite because real malachite's toxic, especially if you get it wet. And then same with fluorite, actually, and pyrite. But then there's obsidian and tourmaline, but tourmaline is a very fragile. Unless you get watermelon tourmaline, then that's a really good stone to make them out of. And then you get the Capricorn like me, so it's hematite, obsidian, and tiger's eye. And I think that's going to do. One more. Now we have one left, so we'll do this one, and then we'll be finished with these. And then we can look over the radical beads that we have left. And I may revisit this one, the real long one. Is that it? No, we have one that is really super long. It like takes up the whole, yeah, see how long that is? That one's not too bad. You see. You're a little bit bigger, but I can make do with that. Is it you? Yeah, see how really long this is. It like kind of like takes up the whole thing. But I like the beads on there. I'll just wrap it through where the beads. I am not changing that sucker for anything. I like that. So now we got this one last left. Look how it's stretched out. And then I will have these bracelets back. And I am happy to have these bracelets back. Oh, something I want to do. I know I still promised you a Jesse James challenge, and I haven't forgotten about that. Oh, look at that. I'm going to set these back over here. But something else that I want to do is I want to, where? Yeah, I think I want to do it here. Something else that I want to do is I want to, I want to create a couple of pendulums with you because I sell those in my store. I have a spiritual shop. And then I want to show you how I hang the hanging sun catchers. Now, if you remember, we made some sun catcher out of some plastic or acrylic beads. And I only have 4 left. Well, I only made 5 to begin with, but I only have 4 left. I did sell one of those actually. So I have 4 of those left in my store now. And they're just cute. And I put $8 on them, you know, thinking if they don't go, they don't go. And I sold one right off the bat, but I hung them out on the porch of my store so the sun could hit them. And they were just so pretty hanging there and twirling in the sun and throwing off the reflection that they caught someone's eye because I sold one. And I have these crystal do I call them crystal balls? Because they're not crystal balls. What are they? Well, crystal balls, but they're not that kind of balls you're thinking of. They're like sun catchers. You'll see when we make them. And I use like nylon thread for them. And then I put some of those sparkly beads. Ooh, that's what I get to use some of my radical sparkly beads on. And then to add color, pop. And then you hang those up. Look, we already went around. We already did all this. Can you believe that? We are good, my friends. We are good. We are blessed and we are good. Okay, I need a couple more of these. I know you guys see other beaders, and they are so lovely, organized, and they just have it all together. But not Willow. I am just like a willow tree. I am. I work well under chaos. Yeah. Now, I can tell you this much. My Etsy store, the stuff I sell on Etsy, is so well organized on the shelves that when I make sales on Etsy, I can just print off their order sheet and I can just go pick them like working at Walmart or something. Yep, I can do that. But my beads, oh my Lord, I ran out of spaces. I had to find space to store some of them. And I don't really have that many. I just have that small of a house for all the stuff I want to put in it. But I make it work. And I'm lucky because I have a husband and a son who encourages me. Well, my son encourages me. He calls me a hoarder. And I said, how can you hoard me when I buy organizers for the closet and I have everything organized in there? And then how can you call me a hoarder when I you know, the beads that I do have out here are neatly organized on the cart. They get pushed into the corner. Out of the way, out of sight, out of mind. And then, of course, out here on the lanai, I leave some out here on that table over there because they're my go-to ones, like my box of tools and stuff. I know people's going to say, you better be careful. Someone will come on your lanai and rip it off. I know that's a possibility. But we really haven't seen that down here where we are. Now I said it, watch it happen. So now I'll start taking everything in. Well, I do on the weekends when I'm not here. But through the week, if I want to do a video the next day, I don't take everything in. I don't leave nothing of great value out here. And it's not out in the open. It'll be covered up. Beautiful. Let's take this out. Come on, I need you out of the way now. So I'll wrap you back up. I need to pull this out. there's that nasty one too. What's this go to? Ooh, ooh. Yeah, I need it to go from there to there. So the only one that has to come off over here is this, that one. Just that one. Got some pretty beads left in there though. I hate leaving them behind, but I don't know what I can do about them. I'm not going to try to match those back up. There's just some things that have a sentimental value, and these do for me. And I don't expect, really don't expect anyone else to see it, but someone who actually has the passion for this like I do, then you'll see it. Okay. Okay. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. So give me a couple of these. I don't think I need that big. Okay. One of these. We are almost finished, my friends. I appreciate you staying here with me. And the ones who didn't, I understand. I'm grateful for what time you was here. And the ones who just clicked through, thank you for at least looking at the things I'm creating. That means a lot as well. It's hard to put yourself out here because I'm not one to normally do that. I see content creators like that all the time, and I admire them so much, but I'm not one like that. Wished I was, but I'm not. But I'm enjoying this so much that I want to share it. I want to clear some of this out of the way. Actually, I don't like to waste things. He's one not here so bad. And I'm almost done. There they are, my friends. There are the 5 bracelets that we saved. And I'm happy we did. Because all of these can be stacked. You know, they can be stacked or worn individually. You can stack 2 or 3 more if you want. But yeah, I am grateful that I have these back. And I can wear them once again. So what is left over now? If we remove those, Not you. You're too broken. I'm afraid someone getting hurt on you. Meaning me. And these, my friend, will go into a radical bead mix and use for something else. These will go into a mix and be used for something else. There you go. Here's one more. It's a pretty one, actually. Thank you for joining me. Please like, subscribe, click the notification. Like, subscribe, and notify. Share, and leave a comment there. How you like that? Like, subscribe, and notify. Share, and leave a comment there. Haha. Thank you for joining me on my beautiful beaded journey. Please share your journey. What are you working on? I'd like to know. So thank you for joining me on mine. I celebrate you with yours. And stay forever magical, my friends, and blessed be.